never give in. Let's keep going, gang. Let's do this thing. I guess really quick, hey y'all, this is my progress so far. I have my little island. I've gone to the nether. I'm about to begin building the little underground fort in the nether, and I'm going to start bridging over to the blazes. I have my little setup where I'll do that lower area, that little hallway, and basically collect blaze rods through that. And I found out I only need 3 because I need to make 5 ender eyes. I just need 3 blaze rods because I can turn into blaze powder. And then I'm gonna not go to the nether, like, for the most part ever again. And then very carefully make a mob area. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so a quick update. I did start bridging the roof portion of the bridge. There's a skeleton over there. I tried to kill it with the 2 arrows I had, but I didn't kill it. So I'm just trying to make sure I avoid the skeleton arrow hit back, bounce back thingy. That's probably one of the main ways I've died, is just the bounce back from an arrow hitting me and falling. So playing it safe. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm not trying to speak too far ahead, but if I can get those blaze rods and I don't go back to the nether anytime soon, when I make the mob spawner area for endermen, I'm going to probably make a waterfall protection area all the way across the bridge, because I don't want to lose in some lame way, just like the last episode. So it might be overkill to some, but if I don't get killed, then I don't care if it's overkill. Dang. Alright, talk to y'all later. Make it, the areas where I stand will be on a slab that's like the half block, one half of this instead of the top part, because I think they can spawn on the top parts, but I'll do like that as my walking area. And then I'm guessing I'll do what I do with the blazes is I'll make a slightly higher up area that is blocked off. The only thing that sucks about this is I'll probably have to put slabs in those gaps too, to create an area that won't allow baby zombies. But the only thing that still is pretty poopy about a mob spawner in Skyblock is that even if I do that, I guess, you know, witches could spawn and throw potions at me and stuff like that. So it's still not perfect. And in creepers, I'm guessing they can blow up even if they can't, like, if there's a block in between, they're probably gonna blow up and blow the crap out of it. I don't know, y'all. Maybe that's what I can use the sand for, is to make a glass kind of, so I can get a little bit better a view of like what's in there without getting blindsided by a creeper or something like that, creating like a glass wall or something. Let's create our little dip in the ground. I think it's here where I would have to do it. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. We'll have our back escape. Okay, that's not the escape, so basically let's do something like this if we need it. Careful with this. This is from the glowstone. Let's say that there's a exit here, and what I'll do is I'll light it up with a that's our escape. And what I'll do is I'll get rid of this and do this, just to have some visual, just to break away from the monotony of the visuals. Let's put our thing here, and I'm just gonna put that there for no reason. Okay. Yep. All right, we did it. Now this should be hopefully the part where I don't get killed. This is not how I had it set up. I don't remember how I did it. I think it was like that. Okay, we got one. Is it enough? Not yet. Yes, we're done. All right, let's get our stuff. Let's go to the back portal. Yep, never coming here again. Now here's the thing, defeating the dragon is going to be impossible for me. I mean, you never know. Alright. So our main focus now is setting up the mob area. So let's do that. Alright, let's use what I have left. Let's get our slabs out. And maybe creating some kind of water safety zone. I don't know what we're gonna do. Let's just fill this up with slabs for a moment, and then I'll make a, I think I'm gonna make like a square donut of slabs and a platform in the middle, a raised platform in the middle, and then some kind of roof with slabs after that. How tall are Endermen? Like, aren't they 3 blocks or something? So for Endermen, I'll have to just make it 3 blocks tall. I knew that looked very bad. Okay, whatever. What's over there? Something over there? I feel like the smoke and the bees kind of throw me off. I keep thinking that there's something here. I would really like a full set of leather armor, because seems like the best I can do right now. That would be very nice. I don't need this many slabs, I think, but oh well. We will make a safety railing as well. Man, I do not want to die. I do not want to die at this point. So I think it's a 17 by 17 square here now. Now the next part is basically making a raised platform now. I am going to take my sweet time. I did not need all these slabs. Oh well. I mean, I will need more slabs to go on top to prevent them from spawning on top of it, but I didn't need that many. I guess I'll put I don't have like a metal door, so I can't really easily, I don't think they can break fence gates, so that's probably going to be my next thing, is making that. I feel like one thing I would have I think one thing that would be kind of cool, especially if I would have done this as a kid, is going to Skyblock and then trying to escape from the center of Skyblock and find out if the world is completely empty or if it's eventually starts back up like normal somewhere. Like, I wonder how Skyblock is made. I'm sure I could ask whoever made this, like, do they just make the world empty and then they just spawn in some stuff, or they delete a big chunk of area just so that they can use it? I don't know. Probably easier to just make an empty world, I guess. I don't know. Today we're working on that stinking thing. It's day 7, y'all. It's a lucky number. That means good things are coming our way. Yeah, I feel like before we even go to the end dimension, hopefully we'll get like armor from just the random mobs that we kill, because I'm definitely not going to the end dimension until I have armor. Man, I don't know. The end dimension is going to be impossible, I feel like. But I don't give up and I don't give in. I'll wait for you there, alone, alone. All the things I've done. Oh. Got that song stuck in my head. Never really listened to them when I was a kid. Like, I remember Soundgarden and like being kind of interested in using my dad's computer and like watching the music videos of that stuff, because I was kind of like leaning towards that kind of moody, kind of twisted, kind of, you know, that kind of genre. And yeah, I remember the music videos and all that kind of stuff. And I remember watching Weird Al on YouTube and being like, whoa, what is this? Weird Al, Soundgarden. What are some other music videos I remember watching on YouTube when I was a kid? The Stone Sour music videos. Slipknot. I didn't really watch the Disturbed music videos, even though that was the first CD I ever bought was Indestructible by Disturbed. I'll tell you all that story. So basically, I was on the school bus, just minding my business, sitting near the front of the bus, and somebody else, like an older kid, had Indestructible by Disturbed. I think it had just came out, and I remember seeing it and being like, what the heck is this evil looking stuff? I was like, this kind of looks tough though. Evil, but tough. So then I found out it was what it was, and I looked it up. The thing I would listen to on YouTube was like the lyric videos, because from what I remember, the Disturbed Indestructible album had a lyric little thing, like a little pamphlet, but it was like handwritten, so it was like really hard for me to read. I was like, what the hell is it saying? What? I can't read a dang thing on this thing, damn it. And yeah, basically I'd watch the music videos, and then the music videos were made by random fans, so sometimes the lyrics were incorrect, or they seemed like they were incorrect. You're like, I don't think that's what they said. But I guess we were all working with the same little pamphlet at that time, because the internet was, it wasn't new, but it was like still kind of patched together. What else do I remember about YouTube? I don't know if I told y'all this yet, but first time I encountered YouTube, I was at the local library, and there's 2 computers for like kids, and if you had a library card, you got an hour of like time on the computer, and it would time out. And there's 2 older kids on the 2 computers. I was like, what are y'all doing? And they're watching YouTube videos. I think they're watching like the little animations, like the little stop motion stuff that was really popular early on, stick figure stuff. And I was like, what the heck? Are we supposed to be looking at this? Oh my goodness. This was like the fruit of knowledge. Like, oh, can I get a little bite of that? And then I went home and tried to find it, and I didn't know how to spell YouTube. I thought it was like U, like the letter U, and I thought that stood for something. I didn't realize that they were directly talking to the viewer, or the person. YouTube, dang. So, yep, that was a magical moment. I also remember book fairs, being at the local library, but not book fairs, a book club, and I never lasted in those book clubs because I just couldn't find the willpower to like read very much when I was younger. But you gotta do what you gotta do, What else? What's some other interesting memories from the past? I think the next video I might do, if I can beat Skyblock, let's not jinx it, but if I am able to beat Skyblock, I want to do a video about my night world. I had like the idea, I was like, ooh, 100 days nighttime. I'm pretty sure I'm not playing a hardcore server on that one, but maybe I might do another version of it. But it's kind of interesting. You run into issues that you wouldn't normally have, where you basically got to guard your base with cats, because if you don't, it's always nighttime, so creepers spawn like all the time. So it's just like keeping cats around and like scaring them off is like really useful. And also, the way I set it up, if you sleep in a bed, it'll skip to just the next night, so you can't sleep through the night. So you're never deactivating the what are they called? The phantoms. So you're basically just always on the run. You got to be strategic. You got to either tunnel, or if you're in a foresty area, like take like strategic moves and like set up little like checkpoints and stuff. It's kind of cool. It's a different experience, and I feel like the thing with that map, I feel like I maybe talked about it on this series, but basically the cool thing about that map is that when I get far enough, I feel like I'm gonna, like, let's say if I beat the dragon, I'll like create like a canon situation where it's like I beat the dragon that stopped the endless night, and basically because the endless night was stopped, it's like daylight again, and then it'd be really cool to like experience the world like after playing it for so long as a night world, to see it in daylight and look at all the little random builds I built. Some of the builds I built are like kind of silly. It's like a little purple house made with purple cement or whatever. Oh, creeper. Wow. The creeper spawn on the blocks I get, like I guess the full blocks I guess. Let's get it over here and then let's take care of it. Oh my god. So I need to make it wider. Did he fall? That's scary. Hello? The great thing about the water is that if they do get close to me, I can knock them into the water and shield, and it won't destroy my stuff. That's good. But what can we talk about? What were we talking about? I could always get water like this, so it's fine. Let's make sure we're really... We're gonna have to get a few more slabs, just a few more. Okay. Sleep through the night one more time. All that I've done wrong. Use your melon, your noodle, your brain. I'm gonna put slabs on this part. So basically I have this little window where I can... I think that'll work. And I do have those last little glass blocks, 4 of them. So maybe it might look cool just to have one in the middle of each one. I don't know. All that I've done wrong. What am I doing now? Hopefully this will work. I'm hoping for the best. This is 3 blocks tall, right? 1, 2, 3. Yep. Hopefully it does what it's supposed to do. Alright, glass block here. Glass block there. Also, sorry y'all for the late upload of this. Kind of got put off a little bit with other things going on, but I'm back at it again. So let's do... Should I put... I don't know, let's hold off and put them here for now. See, is that gonna work? I hope so. If I don't cover this last little thing, a baby zombie's gonna come out, bonk me, and I'm gonna fall to my demise. I wonder how much leather we have now. Maybe we can make some leather clothes. I'm wearing leather in the Fallout 3 playthrough right now. Leather armor. That's the classic armor, I feel like. I never was a metal armor wearer because it weighs a lot. And I feel like I have my like go-to setup of putting stim packs in my bottom hotbar and just like maxing out cells so that I just have tons of stim packs and I just like keep going into battle. It works for me. Never going in here again. I guess I could block it off, but I'm not going to. Wow. Look at this magical thing. Let's, looks like Hashirama Senju was here. Hey, if you know, you know. Let's get up here and put some torches down, because if we don't, we're gonna deal with trouble. Herald. These trees will continue to vanish. Horse, little horse. Oh my goodness, hopefully we can save the little horse. Let's see. Little horse. I think, oh no, I think Little Horse had a mama horse and it fell. So, no. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a bunch of fence pieces. Oh, there, oh my goodness. Let's see what we can do. Come on over here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Come on, go over here. There we go. Okay. Now what can we do? I need to like create little. Get rid of this. Maybe this. I think we gotta get rid of. We gotta get rid of this, and then get rid of this. There we go. And then the fence pieces gotta continue. Go in there. Go in there. There we go. It's not great, but it'll be fine. When you fall to the abyss, you don't die from fall damage. So one thing that could happen, it could be like a desperate sprint. But if I ever did fall in an area that didn't have water, I could try to like quickly run over to the waterfalls and swim up. That would be scary. Pretty what's the word? Like kind of maybe I could even make another mob spawner going that way. I think eventually I want to make my house over. I mean, yeah, I would want to make my house over here. Some kind of little house. Castle thing. Castle in the sky. What? I'm like worried of like not recording because the wonky thing about me recording is that I need to use a Windows computer to delete the files from the flash drive because the flash drive was set to be able to record footage on a Xbox, which requires like a Windows like specific setup thingy. And so on my Mac, I can only take files from the USB, but I can't edit them. I can't delete them. I can't do anything to them. So once this thing starts getting full, I'll have to either get my roommate to do it, or I have to find like a little laptop or something like that, or go to the library or something. And then the other thing is the external thing I'm using, the H6 with like a stereo mic. That's what I'm using to record my voiceover. That's easy to delete, but I think what I'll do is I'll back them up on my external hard drives that I haven't touched in a long time, and start doing like the big dumps of like footage and stuff, just in case I don't know, somebody wants to see extended stuff, or if I want to edit something, or I don't know if a video gets deleted. I don't know. Just back it up in the archives. Just humbly trying to complete Skyblock until, you know, things take off. I just want the Enderman to spawn. I think we're going to stop recording until something interesting happens. I'm going to record. If I die off camera, I'll just have to give you all the update. Listen to like audio stuff and get in the grind, because I think it's going to waste so much footage space for me to keep recording a bunch of nothing happening. Alright, I'll update y'all. Please believe I won't use some kind of, you know, commands or anything to spawn in some ender pearl or whatever. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. Welcome. Hey, y'all. Just giving y'all an update that basically, as you can tell, I'm not on my Skyblock map. Off camera, I died. Basically, on the 21st day, a Enderman spawned in my mob farm, and I went to go attack him, but then I got a little too risky, and fell to my demise. So now I'm just in Hog Frog, which is one of my other maps, older maps that I did a little stuff on. I'm just taking a break because it literally took until the 21st day for me to see my first Enderman in my mob spawner. And then I lost. So. Yeah. And that's not even getting to the end dimension. It's very unforgiving. But I'm going to show y'all in this video, showing y'all one of my other maps. Hog Frog. So I'm starting off in a partially made, what's it called? Row home. Apartment. I'll show y'all real quick. Basically on the inside, there are little apartments, very narrow, a bed, a little kitchen, a little kitchenette, and storage. Next door is the same thing. And there's a bigger apartment right here that has access to... Actually, I never finished it, so I guess I was going to design something that allowed... Maybe this is just a 2-floor apartment, I don't know. Never finished it, but this is just like a normal creative mode. Normal survival mode. Now I'll show you what's over there. This is not where I started. This was just a little fun project I wanted to do on the island. Let me show you the map real quick though. So the map, we're on this tiny little island in the top northwest, and there's a bigger island in the south. It's a pretty big ocean area. Let me show you just a little bit of this and that. I'm gonna start at the back and lead to where I started the game at. So on this island, since it's kind of like a stretch of land, a narrow stretch of land, I put a chasm. There was already this like kind of chasm here before, but then I put a chasm that went all the way through as a tunnel system, and there's like little passages. We might get a little bit of lag because I have the better graphics on, combined with just a kind of a slow console. Before we go, I'm going to go down this path real quick. This is a little offshoot that goes to this little tiny bay. Let me show y'all. It's kind of cool. I don't know if y'all do this, but my whole island, I'm pretty sure, is surrounded by a sugarcane that I grow. But yeah, it's like, it has like a little getaway. Like I could put a boat here and ride away. Then, if you go back, like I said, towards the end of the tunnel, you get to this area where I started. That was the first structure I built. That's basically my mine shaft area. Mine shaft. My little fireplace area in the middle. A campfire. Villager. A trader. Some doggies. SpongeBob. I think my copper area is over there. Random dark oak. Farm. I always like putting my farms on the water. Wheat. Here's a little water shrine. I like to make little tiny shrines that don't have any real purpose except for just I don't know. It's kind of fun. I thought it'd be cool to put glass on top of water as a structure. I think this is also when copper had just came out, so a lot of copper builds. Over here is a animal farm that used to be pretty populated, but I must have killed a lot of them, and then I think a creeper blew up, but I don't remember why there's like such a chasm. I think I just did that for no reason. Then this is where my is the leveling up thing, enchantment table, my mailbox. In here is a spider eye that you can use to say that you got mail, or something you delivered mail. Have it straight up, or have it sideways. Hog frog mines, very coppery. I do like to use the barrels and have label, you know, kind of have like specific things in certain ones. Here's another map. The house is right, I mean the apartment is right there. That's where we are. Yeah. These go to the mines. There's another portal that was originally built down here at the bottom. And then my friend Brandon has a place somewhere, I think maybe over there. Yeah, I think this might be Brandon's place. Another mine shaft. This is kind of a cool little underground spring thing. And then if you go up, back up to the top. What else can I show y'all? There's like a little kind of basement in here. I don't remember what I was using it for. Oh, I guess making, oh yeah, the bricks and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I went to the big island that's below us a while back and haven't done anything on it. I don't think I have. What is that? That's probably a mushroom. I think that's a dark oak forest there. That's where that tree probably came from. But we'll go over there real quick. But yeah, I think I'm going to take a pause. I'm a little behind on the Skyblock anyways, and possibly the Fallout series. I might take a pause because my basically my job is about to start back up again. So I've had a lot of time to be able to focus on making videos. If there's multiple requests for me to make more, maybe I'll try to find a way to do it, but it's not going to be every day. Basically, I had the time to record a video for like an hour or two and then edit it down to about a 50-minute thing. But now that I'll be starting my job up again soon, it's not as possible, and I might do a few other different videos, like little short videos. I kind of do a bunch of different things, and I think what I like about my channel is that I don't mind just like doing something for a while and then taking a break from it and doing something else. There's been large stints where I haven't done anything, so it's good that I'm at least making content, even though it doesn't seem to get out there. But you just gotta make. Don't think about why you gotta make it, just make it. I don't think there is anything built up here. Also, there's a cat. You probably could hear the cat earlier. Purring like a purr. Oh, what is this? Ah, actually. So here's something wonky. Or maybe this is, yeah. So basically there was a room that I was in and I wanted to make it in Minecraft. But it didn't really have to look like whatever was else inside of it. But this basically the layout. A building with 3 pillars in the middle, evenly, separated. A kind of front area that's considered kind of like the front of the room, and then a little side area, and then the entrance was here. That entrance isn't there in real life, but it's just there for me to get inside easily. I think this is just another mine, maybe not. What is this? I think I started making like, oh. I think I was like making this like a bunker or something. Let's see. So there's the mine. There's another mine. I'm not sure. Let's see. That's the thing about doing like little tiny builds where you just little tiny servers where you just want to do something. You kind of forget what you did and you come back and you're like, oh yeah. Or you come back and you're like, well, I don't know what that's all about. Mysteries. Mysteries of the Hidden Temple. Alright, so we got a shaft going that way. The kitty wants to be petted.
What's he doing? You ain't gonna bite my
bracelet. Nope, ain't gonna happen. You better forget it now, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's that much on this one. This was kind of like a peaceful playthrough where I just wanted like an island area. But it is cool that oh, let's go the other way. It is cool that I kind of forgot about this, and now it's like, oh yeah. I wish I had my giant pyramid on my 360. I wonder if, you know, if I was able to get my 360 back up, I'd be able to find it. I don't know if it was deleted. Not sure. Bunch of food in here. Yum yum. What's this? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I basically cleared out the trees in the area. I also like dotting buildings with flowers and stuff. It always looks nice, I think. For some reason, the outside of this gives me like a 60s vibe. I don't know why. I think I put a farm on top of it, which is kind of cool. Yep, see? The top was going to be a farm. I never finished it though. Little path goes around the sides. Oh yep, this is where the dark oak was. Yeah, that's about it. Alright y'all, well, we'll see what I end up doing. I gotta edit down the last video, or the video you're watching now. I don't know if I'm gonna edit all of it down because it took so long, so you know, it's probably like 3 or 4 hours of filming that ended up being a lot of redundant stuff. And yeah, it's like either redundant or, you know, it's probably not very exciting to watch me like lose over and over again. And since I didn't actually capture the loss, I can't really include it in like the montage of like losing if I ever win. So it is kind of just random. Alright y'all, welcome back. We've had a few misadventures in the last few attempts, and I haven't posted in a moment just because of, basically I wanted to have an episode that had a new update, but it took a long time for me to get a new update because after creating the blazes, I don't know, getting the blaze rods. Welcome back, y'all. I've been gone for a second. I've been trying to make the next video, but I was trying to hold off and get enough content to make something that was different than the last episode. And I was able to. But you'll see, you know, you saw what happened. So I kind of put it off for a second, took a break. But I'm back at it again. I'm going to show y'all my updates, what I've done so far. You will notice that I have a bunch of this brick, and you're like, what? Where'd you get all the brick from? So I was rebellious, and I did choose to use materials from the spawn location. I didn't spawn anything in. I didn't go into console commands or whatever. I just took the cursed garden materials, and then I used the fence post to shimmy up to the top of the building and scooped up a bunch of stuff, a bunch of bricks, bone blocks. You might be saying, that's cheating. And I'll say, well, this is how the cookie crumbles. I say, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. And, you know, just if I'm even able to beat Hardcore Skyblock, that would be good enough for me. So I don't really care if it's not considered a win if I use materials from the spawn location. But, yep, you'll also see that I have a mob spawner now. Looks like there's some mobs in there now. I'm using that to get my my ender pearls, but I haven't got a single ender pearl. That's also another reason why I haven't been recording. I didn't record any of this build up just because it takes so long for me to catch back up. It's already day 19, and then Endermen like kind of sporadically spawn in. So it's like it takes forever for me to get an Enderman. And even when I kill one, I've killed one and one disappeared, but when I killed one, it didn't drop an ender pearl, so it's gonna be a long process. I don't know how I'm gonna film it because I don't know. But yep, that's the update. This is gonna be the end of this episode. And I'll keep y'all updated if anything cool happens. Goodbye. Feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll see where it goes. Also, this armor came from random skeletons and stuff that I killed.